Dennis, your life?
Here we can keep typing the questions as they come up. What you plan to ask?
May I request an extra pen, please? A second pen.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Dennis, are we live? And maybe, are we live, Dennis?
Give me the pen. So we'll be using the phone for the question.
So guys, when we, good evening everybody, welcome. Are we good, Dennis? No, what's up? Just tell me. But is it live? So I need someone to just check on Fish.tv just to be sure that we can hear us. Fish.tv/African Potential. If you have the link, then you share the link in the group. So guys, please just check if you can. I just want to see if someone can log in to the Twitch stream. Just want to see whether we are live with live. Can you hear clearly? Yeah, but can you? Is it moving? If Brian will say something, can you go? Say something. Brian, do say something, please.
Hey, welcome to Box, right on General Madenge Road in Westlands, where we are having the 2026 Chess Kenya presidential debate. The candidates are all here with their team members. You're looking forward to a lively session. I can see the team change, President Gilbert Wandera in a pensive mood. I can see also the president of Team Promise, Andrew Owili, right there, just jetted in from Mombasa a couple of hours ago. And we're excited that this is going to be a lively debate. The team members are a bit looking forward to articulating the issues and the agenda that they have for the Federation in the coming 8 years. And we're excited. Many participants have sent their questions here. and we are looking forward to a very great engagement for the teams that are here. We have been seeing them telling us what they have in store on social media, and their manifestos are right out there. So we just want to hear them articulating and resonating well with the delegates who are going to be casting the votes come February 20th. So this is the last pitch moment, and they're looking well prepared and ready to just take on the floor. So we'll be taking through this with Dr. Victor Ngani. I'm the local GM Brian Kidula. Behind the setup is Dennis Wabugu Digitima, but today is the cameraman. We are excited to see the people here. Anthony Titus Kirega, the team promise candidate for the post of treasurer, is here. Chips, my bad, team change. I changed that promise of mine. Team change is right here. And Ryan Ombuy also came in from Mombasa earlier this morning. Jet lag, but brain ready for everything. Dr. Nani.
Yes, Brian, thank you so much. This is a first indeed. We keep saying that chess is the best run federation on the continent, sports federation on the continent of Africa, and I think we are one of the first federations, Brian, that's doing a presidential debate. First and foremost, to commend both teams, Team Change, Team Promise, for honoring this debate. We are looking forward to a lively debate, Mr. Brian.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, we are a little bit behind schedule, so we'll run into the format. What we're going to do first and foremost, whereas this is a presidential debate, Brian, but people want to meet everybody, don't you think?
Yeah, sure. They want to know who is the face behind this seat. So it's important that they get a glimpse of them.
So what we've done is we've agreed with the teams, and both teams have agreed to this particular one, that before we get to the debate itself, we are going to have each and every position from Team Change and Team Promise. Sorry, we did not toss any coin. We should be tossing coins, who goes first, but we'll keep alternating in some of these questions. We'll have Team Change on this side, Team Promise on that side, and they will tell us who they are, what their history is, why they're running for this position, Brian, an exciting evening coming up.
I'm looking forward to this debate because both teams seem to be happy and ready for all this. Let's not forget they're all friends. So we have been seeing some exchanges, very lively ones. And we know when they get to the floors, the ideas will be different ideologies, but then the friendship aspect still remains intact.
Okay. So without much ado, I think, Brian, we have to get into it. And we'll call first, ladies first, man.
Oh yeah, let's
ladies first.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to start with the position of the Secretary, Gender and Special Needs. Remember that there are 8 elected positions that are being vied for. And we are going to start with, for Team Change, sitting on my right side, Anne Muli. Anne, please join us.
Give a round of applause, candidates. It's important. Yes.
And from Team Promise, the Gender Secretary and Special Needs representative is Anne Kungu, the Battle of the Annes. Thank you, ladies. I think for this, it's not a debate per se, just for us to hear your voice, see your face, get to know what you have in mind. So I think we'll start with, to my right, we'll start with, for this particular round, Anne Muli.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here. Thank you, delegates. Thank you, the coordinators, and for this opportunity even to think of a debate and to think of us being introduced to the delegates and the entire chess fraternity. My name is Anne Muli. I'm a parent, first of all, of sports children, not necessarily chess alone. I'm also a professional. I'm an accountant by profession, a member of ISPAC, a member of ISPSK, and I work. My work involves a lot of financial consultancies and analysis, and I come to this team to offer back to the society, to the community, what I've accumulated over the years. Why Chess Kenya? Because I have a passion for chess. I started chess in 2018, and supporting children in different tournaments, going with lots of children, supporting the schools, and I'm a chess parent, one of the very good chess player, and that is why I say, if I have anything to offer, why not offer to Chess Kenya? And that is why I'm here to bring the difference that I want to see, the change that I want to see in a lot of things, in personally my area of profession, and also what beats in my heart, the needs and the support of children, players, and even adults, especially when we talk of the transitions from one level to the other, from the middle school to the university, and even going to play chess as an adult. And that is what I'm coming to do. And that is what beats my heart when I want to see this change and a healthy community of chess that is represented in the national. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Wili. Over to you, Anko.
Thank you so much, Daktari, and to you, Brad, as well, and to the chess fraternity. This is a great honor, indeed the first one, and to be able to have such a platform. My names are Anne Wamboi Kongo. I am a chess player. I've been in the chess scene for about 18 years now, and a bigger percentage of that has been in playing until I transitioned from both playing to organizing in different capacities in leadership role, one of it being currently I am serving as Secretary General, Kiambu County Chess Association. And what makes me proud for this calling to serve in the capacity of gender and special needs, I'm a firm believer of a statement from a good friend of mine, and very common: when the time is right, the good Lord will make it happen. And I think this call of leadership to serve in this capacity is at the perfect timing, because learning from what I have come through in the previous leadership roles, not just in the county, I'm also a member of Lighthouse Chess Club, and I've served in different capacities in Lighthouse, from its incision all the way to where we are now currently. And I would say, when you talk about gender, automatically the society thinks of women. When you talk of special needs or persons with disability, automatically, for some reason, the society generally thinks of physical disability. But special interest and gender for me is very important, because I've seen where we have come from in the chess community to be able to promote the game of chess beyond just a certain cadre of players. And so in this calling and serving with Team Promise, when we come together as a team, we are one unit. What I think about when I come into this position is, how am I able to advance the agenda of the special needs group and generally the gender, to be able to think beyond just the playing level? Are people comfortable to be able to approach the position or the office of gender when they are disadvantaged in one way or another? Number two, when you come to special interest group, how are we able to give it more than just recognition to the face of the society? That when we have a tournament and we are presenting special interest group, it's not just about for visibility and to make them know that we have special interest in the group, and especially for children. That is the biggest gap for me that I feel has really been left out, yeah? And when I come into this Team Promise with the team at large, I've seen what they can do and what they have done in their different capacities and what we have been able to achieve, and especially in Kiambu County, where actually we are one of the counties or branches that has the largest number of players when it comes to juniors and qualifiers. And in that, the inclusion for us for PWDs and for special interest has been a great chance for me to advance this to the national office. So how are we able to have that inclusion, that even currently when we speak, when we have a team that has gone to represent Kenya in Russia, are we able to have more capacity, more resources, more involvement, so that we can see such kind of interest represented globally, not just in a small capacity? And I'm very firm, and I'm very sure, and I'm very confident that this calling that has been called, I'm able to advance that, supported and also supporting the enlargement of Chess Kenya and Chess Kenya Federation. Thank you.
Please, a round of applause for the two hands. Thank you very much, everyone. We said it's not, we're not debating, just getting to meet you, and we're excited. Clearly, whichever way it goes, we have able representatives. That's special needs, gender and special needs. Thank you, ladies. You may take your seats.
Thank you.
Brian, which team will we call next?
We have got, maybe let's go to the branch secretaries.
Branch secretary?
Yeah. We started the team.
No, sorry.
Oh, yours is not around, yeah?
Yeah, we can
Anyway, this is not, so we can go to the next group we are going to call. We will call the Deputy Secretary General.
They're both around, right?
They're both around, yes.
Okay, fine. Let's start with Team what? This was which one did we start?
Team Change.
Now we start with Team Promise.
Now you start with Team Promise.
Where is that?
Here we are.
Alex Wright.
Hand of applause, please.
Welcome, Sam.
Thank you, Brian.
And then we have
Team Change, that would be
Aurelia Chumo.
in the last round. We started with the Team Change. Now we start with the Team Promise, although sometimes they say ladies first. I think in this
Ladies first.
no, but I will be fair. It will transition from Promise.
Yes, that's right.
Yes. So we'll start with Team Promise. Yes.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Brian. Pleasure to meet you. I'm glad to be here in front of all of you today. Team Promise and with Owili as our leader, and it's a pleasure just to come here, vying for the Deputy Secretary General role. And a little bit about me, Alexander Wright. I'm sure you might have seen me out there in the playing fields. When I say fields, I'm a former basketball player, so I might say field instead of the boards, but you've seen me out there with you guys, all of you. I understand the long days, the sacrifices everyone makes, not only players, the parents, everyone involved when it comes to chess. It's a journey for all of us, and we've been working on it. I've joined the chess scene only 3 years ago through my kids. I'm a chess parent also, and this is what I'll be bringing to the table as a chess parent. Not only as a chess parent, but also as since I've played basketball for over 20 years. I've played for the Kenya team as well, so I know what it takes for a sport to grow, for talent to grow, for someone to nurture talent, for any organization to run. You must be respected. Players must be respected, and if players are to be respected, their families also have to be respected. The people who support them have to be respected. In our constitution, it says the Deputy Secretary General's role is mostly to help you, Secretary General, and also to any duties you're given by your chair. But what do I bring in as a Deputy Secretary General other than that? So I come in as a parent and player or chess player liaison, where I can bridge the gap between parents, players, and also Chess Kenya. Capablanca once said, I only know 2 quotes from famous players. One is Capablanca and one is the one, chess is life. Everyone knows that one. But Capablanca said, chess is something more than a game. So how is it more than a game? Our national events need to run better and more organized. Our national events, or not even national, even local events, if it's to be more than a game, player welfare needs to be addressed. Player welfare, and also when we talk about player welfare, players also need to be more respected. We need more organized events. We need more the outcomes to be more predictable. And in order for that to happen, we need also our players to be, and their voices to be heard, the parents' voices to be heard. So as a liaison, we intend to bring in, as Team Promise, we intend to have a parents' desk. You've run events before, Doc. You know these events are not easy, especially nationally. Parents' voices need to be heard. So when parents' voices are heard, we channel them to Chess Kenya, through me, through my desk, and we make the events better, we make our kids perform better. And when I say only kids, we're not only talking about just junior events. Also our seniors, they need support. They have their families who support them. We listen to them so that we can grow chess in our country and improve it.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. Let's please reserve our applause to when we are letting go of the candidates. Over to you, Aurelia.
Thank you so much, Victor and Brian, for putting together this wonderful debate and getting to introduce ourselves to the chess community, to the chess family. I know most of the time during the past elections, we've just done our campaigns, but the interaction between the office and the chess community has been very limited in terms of such platforms having been there to just, get the entire chess community to get to know us. So I'll start with introducing myself. My name is Aurelia Chuma. I'm the current Deputy Secretary General for the Federation. And beyond being a chess official for the last 4 years, I am also a player. I've played chess for over 10 years, both competitive, leisure. I have I've won several tournaments. I work for the county government of Kajiado. I'm a champion for the environment as well. And even serving the county government, I have also been able to represent the county in multiple chess tournaments. I am the reigning champion Kikoska, East Africa, local authorities, ladies champion. So when it comes to representing the community, I understand what players need. Being a player myself, I'm also a parent. I have 2 daughters, and they are both chess players. And other than that, the last 4 years in office has been a wonderful journey under the leadership of Benard Wanjala. And one of the first things I did was to serve as the regional coordinator for Kajiado County. We all know the status of chess in Kajiado. Back then, we used to have regional qualifiers having around 40 to 50 players. But right now, if you go to our chess databases, we have almost 1,000 players in our regional qualifiers tournaments. And other than that, I'm a strong player in terms of brand visibility for the Federation. I know back then when I joined the Federation, the biggest challenge was showing who Chess Kenya is. There are a lot of untold stories for chess players, coaches, the entire chess community. There are a lot of chess stories that can do well in terms of inspiring people out there, just showing what kind of impacts does chess have to the community, which goes beyond just winning tournaments, but also, you know, the mental benefits and so many of them. So when it comes to the next 4 years in office, I would like to continue serving as the Deputy Secretary General, and we have started a journey in chess for a visibility journey, which I know we've made huge strides in terms of positioning ourselves as the ideal partner for corporates in terms of if they want to do CSR, if they want to sponsor. And the challenge back then in terms of getting sponsors was, who are we? How do we showcase ourselves? How visible are we? It has been a bit of a challenge, but right now, where we are as a federation, our Facebook pages right now has around 15,000 followers. Our Instagram is hitting 5K. We have strong visibility on our social platforms, and I would like to leverage that just to share the stories of all chess players, coaches, the impact that chess has in the lives of chess players and everybody involved. This is the kind of visibility that brings the community together. When you talk about other sports, we know a lot of stories about football players, rugby players, swimmers, but when it comes to chess, what kind of stories are out there? I remember the inspiration behind even starting the social platforms for Chess Kenya was, I remember the first story I did was on Tello, I remember, on our Facebook, on our Instagram, and we had around 20 likes, but right now we have over 200, over 1,000 engagements on our social platforms. These are the kind of engagements, when properly leveraged, it can bring a lot of benefits to the federation. I would like to see us having a podcast, an interactive platform for chess players to come in, share their stories, inspire. There are a lot of, we've come a long way in terms of engagements in chess. We have right now around 20K chess players in the country, and Team Change would like have a vision of having over 1 million players in the next 4 years. So how do we, what platforms do we give these players for them to feel visible and their stories to also be seen and shared? How do we bring partners into the federation if we don't have that kind of visibility? So I really hope that the next 4 years is going to be a season of leveraging the growth that we already have in the chess community, and bringing more wins to the federation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aurelia. And please, this is the time, guys, to give A round of applause to the Okay, Asanteni sana, you may take your seats. And what I'll do is I'll probably move this seat a little bit, yes, so that we're in the light.
I think now, Victor, is good to go to the Secretary Generals themselves.
Deputy treasurers.
The treasurers will come to the.
Wait a minute. Deputy treasurer, I see. Do we have both deputy treasurers?
I think the people sitting there are a bit, they are getting advantage.
Okay.
Compared to this side. So probably if you could also
Alternate the.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So we'll, based on the request from the floor, we'll respect that we'll keep alternating. We'll have team change. We'll have team change sit here twice. Then team promise will sit here twice as well. I think we'll lighting so that everyone is balanced appropriately. In the meantime, may I request Senior or Dennis, if you could just move this, turn this light a little bit, the one that's standing there, so we can also capture everybody. Pass this way, and then just, not that one, just the light. Just tilt it a little bit so that it captures. Brian is too bright, and just a little bit more, so that we can also, just keep turning, Dennis, I'll let you know when you're good. Keep turning, Dennis, keep turning. No, I think, yeah, that's better. That's much better. Thank you, Brian. So, Dennis, sorry, not Brian. So the person the team you're calling next is the deputy treasurers not yet. Okay, so we'll go to the treasurers, and I know that Team Promise had already indicated that the treasurer may not be able to join us because he's on national duty. Is that correct?
Yes.
He's traveling to Russia. I think both people understand. But fortunately, the treasurer is someone we both know. So allow us to welcome the treasurer from Team Change. That is Mr. Titus Kirega. And you can choose whichever side you want to sit on, Titus. Now, as Mr. Kirega sits in, and please applause as might I ask, who has a chess clock? We are looking for 2 chess clocks for this debate. On phone? Phone is fine. And I want to just advise Dennis to minimize, because if that cable moves a bit, we'll lose signal. Yes. The second thing is, I want to request the non-presidential candidates, your time is between 3 to 5 minutes. So at 5 minutes, I'll 100% cut you, preferably 3 minutes to present what it is that you're presenting. That's okay? Sir, this is your time.
Thank you very much. My name is Titus Kirega. I am a man who wears many hats. I've been in the chess environment for more than 10 years. And having been in chess for a while, I feel I have a lot to offer. Considering, like I said, I am a man of many hats. So I apparently have a CPAK, fully qualified as an accountant. I have a Bachelor of Commerce in Finance, dabbling with accounting. I also have a degree in software engineering. Currently, being the CEO of Prox Chess House, I feel I've done quite much in the chess field, being a pioneer for many of the ideas of how chess is being conducted at the moment in the country. So the fact that I want to be part of the change that we want to see in chess, this is greatly geared by the fact that I've been in the chess environment for quite a while, and I feel there are things that need to improve. So being a treasurer, I don't want just to bring the skills of balancing ledgers and providing financial books. We want to improve on the element of visibility. We want to increase the trust that chess players have for the federation. So one of my manifesto plans is to bring the financial books to be live. I would want these questions, people ask about how much does it cost to do a Chess Kenya event. This should not be information slid somewhere, let it be open. There's nothing to hide. The books need to be clear for everyone to know this is how much arbiters are paid, this is what it costs to do a venue. We want to bring this element of clarity, transparency. So that is one of my manifesto. Other than that, I want to be part of the change in terms of ensuring we have more being in the systems environment. I want to improve the systems in Chess Kenya, see if we can have a national rating, improve how things are done in terms of player database, ensuring we have as much as we can to prove the numbers for the sponsors. and I think this is part of my agenda when I come into Chess Kenya. I wouldn't want to take much of my time, but I feel much should be done than said, so I want to keep to that.
Thank you, Mr. Kirega. I think a hand of applause to Mr. Kirega. His counterpart is Benard Wanjala, who's been the president of Chess Kenya, I think, now for 8 years. Asante sana. Brian, who do we have next?
Since we started the treasury, do we continue with the Secretary General, the real Secretary Generals now?
Yes, please.
All right, I want to call the team change Secretary General, Evelyn Gishuru, and then the team promise Secretary General, Anthony Kionga. Come forward. With your permission, sir, ladies first. Thank you. Evelyn.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Take us off.
Thank you. I think for me, I'm more of a doer than a speaker. So forgive me if I don't articulate everything. However, I've been in the chess scene for quite a long time. I was in the first ladies team that represented Kenya at the Olympiad. And my journey since then has been quite amazing, because now I come in as a chess parent, I come in as a chess coach, I have founded a chess club, and I'm also very active in the Kiambu Chess Association as the vice chair. So I think for me, I have quite a lot and vast information from where we started, and even from where we are now and where we are going. Now, one of the things as SG, I think it's about time we work on systems. Because where we are going, Chess Kenya will be so big for us, we won't be able to manage without systems. Now, this is what I mean. For example, if I'm selected as a national coach, there needs to be systems. Like what criteria was used to select Evelyn as a national coach? Or what criteria was used to select a team that's representing Kenya. So where we are, we have to work on protocol, we have to work on systems, we have to work on all procedures, and they have to be well documented. I also come from the banking background. When I represented Kenya in 2004, 2006, I then took a hiatus of about 6 years. Went into banking for a whole 7 years. So I also come in with that professional background, and I would want to see Kenya run very, very professionally. So for me, I have seen a lot of gaps here and there, especially when it comes to the junior events, when it comes to the junior transitioning from, let's say, junior to university to the seniors. So there are some of those things that I would want to fix under team change. Now, for me, I think Chess Kenya has done quite a lot. One of the things I can commend them is the Elite Chess Academy. But I think my current treasurer would admit that I'm one of the strongest critics and also one of the strongest supporters of Chess Kenya. Why? Because I'm very passionate about where we are going with Chess Kenya. And where we're going with Chess Kenya, we need to be very careful how we are handling all stakeholders. Now, in our manifesto, I'm very big on inclusivity. One.
Sorry, if I may just ask, sorry, my apologies. Excuse me, ma'am. I just need your help that now we may not be able to take in any more people coming in, so that anybody else, they'll have to come in when we have a break. Thank you so much. Thank you. Sorry, just housekeeping matter so that we don't have a lot of interruption. It will disrupt the flow. I really, really apologize for that.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. So again, one of the big things for me that is very dear is how do we include stakeholders, you know? How do we include parents? How do we include the players themselves? How do we include even the sponsors, for example? We need to accommodate everybody. And I'm not saying that we have an open policy where anything goes, but then we need to be more accommodative, more willing to hear the different perspectives that would be offered by different people. I believe that the solutions to whatever problems we have as Chess Kenya actually come from the people. They come from the players, they come from the parents, the schools, all those interactions, when you listen to, yesterday I met a few university students and their perspectives are really great. So we want to include everybody. We want to come in and make the federation not just Chess Kenya and the rest. We are a team. And for me, I'm big on that inclusivity, so that when we accommodate everybody, then we're able to shape Chess Kenya to something that we're all very proud of. Yeah.
Thank you.
Great, thank you. Anthony, over to you. Karibu sana.
Asante sana Kidula and Doc for hosting us and giving us a chance to communicate with the chess community. My name is Anthony Kionga, vying for the SG position under Team Promise. A little bit about myself. I've been in chess for over 13 years. Started out as a player, chess kakua ngumu, transitioned into arbitration, then organization. Then I took up some leadership roles. I took arbitration back in 2018. By then, we were only 4 arbiters active in the country, where the organizers were having a really hard time coming up with getting arbiters to run the events. So with that, we decided with Chess Kenya, we decided to train other arbiters. And that journey between then and now, we have over 170 registered FIDE arbiters in the country. So one thing that is driving me into the position of SG is trying to build capacity across the country. We've seen that once capacity grows, events organically become many. If you have enough trained trainers, then we'll also have enough good quality chess players in the country. We also want to make sure that each regional association is able to have its own capacity building, so that they don't have to outsource technicians from outside their regions. I've also served as league secretary for six years, and during my tenure we transformed the league from 17 teams to a 2-tier league. We made a number of transformations that, regardless of the person in office, there are systems and procedures where teams can come in, continuity can continue without specifically a specific individual being in place. So that is what, as Anthony Kionga, I'm coming to bring into Chess Kenya, building systems that not only at the national level, but also assisting county associations to be able to better manage themselves, helping clubs be able to run themselves. I'm also a director and founder of Black Knights, which has been in existence for over 10 years now, self-sponsored, and I've seen it through practical work and experience that clubs can be self-sufficient if they only know how to position themselves in the community. Because I believe strongly that clubs play a major role in preaching the gospel of chess across our communities, because if you have chess clubs across all regions, all estates, the number of chess players will grow, and eventually the number of registered or active chess players in the country will grow. Additionally, and finally, I want to also help our titled players who have conditional titles to actually attain their titles by organizing for them title norm tournaments, so where they're able to reach those thresholds that have been kept by FIDE.
All right, thank you, Anthony. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a leave. Thank you very much. I was thinking, Victor, we have 2 other candidates who are not having their countenance. Is it good for them just to say something about what they have to do?
Definitely. But Brian, even as they're coming in, maybe we'll say this after we listen to the 2 candidates. I don't want to speak prematurely. So let's hear, who do you want to invite next, Brian?
I want to invite the branch secretary for Team Promise, Paul Obui, come and tell us what he has to say. And then shortly thereafter, we'll invite Madam Rhoda Olisa to come and give us what she's bringing to the docket as the Deputy Treasurer.
Thank you
Karibu
very
sana,
much,
Ryan.
Doc and Brian. Good evening, Chess Kenya community and the chess fraternity. My name is Paul Ombui. I am the chairman of Mombasa Chess Association and also the chair of Mombasa Chess Club, the former chair of Mombasa Chess Club. I'll go briefly to a few activities I've done for chess and what I'm bringing in for as a branch secretary. To begin with, the journey of chess for me has been one of like a roller coaster. Initially, I was not too much into chess. I was just a player, but my main work that I used to do, I am management system consultant for ISO standards. I've done that for very many organizations. I think I have 100% transition of consultancy where the organization I worked with, they have got certification. So that's what I used to do. So I used to be in the area where we say, what is measured, it's done, right? In quality, we used to say that what is measured has to be done. So with that, there was a gap in Mombasa community chess after the veterans who were there left because of some reason. So I had to come and fill their shoes. I remember there were many, but I find myself alone. We can talk about Mombasa Open Chess Championship. Has to happen, and I have to come in 2012 to try and do it. We tried many ways. We lost the way, but eventually many people came, hold my hand, and I was able to run that tournament. And then I realized, well, we are running the tournament, but there are so many people from outside Mombasa who are coming to play the chess that is organized in Mombasa. So it's another big question, where are the players from Mombasa? So I started the journey of introducing chess to schools and different places, and with time we got the numbers. And then after the numbers, another question comes in now, how do we improve our chess? Because I need to get arbiters from Nairobi and trainers to help me run chess in Mombasa. Again, I have to facilitate some chess player to train as arbiters and come down and help assist. And right now we have over 8 to 10 arbiters, local arbiters. We can run our league, we can run our tournaments without giving a call to people outside the environment of Coast Region. Also in terms of training, we inspire so many players to be trainers, and we have so many trainers right now. That's why you can see the quality of chess improving. You'll find that initially I used to organize for tournaments and call people from other regions so that that tournament is qualified to be rated, because we didn't have many rated players. For that reason, I started a local league. It's the first league outside Nairobi for the county government, for the county association to have. We managed to run a league that had 73 players, 11 teams, a very successful one. My objective for that league was for juniors to get that exposure from the seniors, and it really worked. Last time I was checking the league, the tournament I was running 2 weeks back, 3/4 of players in that list are rated. Initially, you could only get 5, 6. Out of around 60, 70 players, around 40 are now rated. So those are initiatives I'd like to bring in and guide other counties to put in place. We are talking about counties should have their own leagues, which should have a clear pathway that leads to maybe going to Division 1, 2, and then to the National League. Counties should be able to have trainers at their disposal. Counties should be able to have arbiters at their disposal. Counties should be able to have offices to run, right? Counties should not depend fully from federation to get money. Counties should be able to find a way of generating their own money. So this is the area I would love, and I believe with Team Promise, you're able to do it so that county will be independent and self-sustainable. So with that few remarks, I thank you and God bless you.
Thank you. Hand of applause, please. Asante sana. So at this juncture, we want to invite Mama Chess, Rhoda Olisa, who is angling to be the Vice Treasurer under Team Change. Rhoda, you can choose whichever I was trying to copy my colleague Brad. And she does
Draw accepted.
Yeah, that's a draw offer. So over to you, Madam Rhoda.
Good evening, chess lovers. Good evening, my opponents. My name's Rhoda Olisa Etole, but the chess scene called me Mama Chess. That name, I cannot even explain how it started and where it came from, but it has been a name that has been going on. And true to it, I think I've really leveled that name as being Mama Chess. I've been in the chess scene for the past, I think, 18 years. I came to chess as a parent. When my daughter, who's now an arbiter, started playing chess. Through my involvement and as a parent, you know, I'm this person who doesn't just come to a tournament and sit when things are not working. So I would find myself getting involved in what was happening, maybe helping them arrange the tables and all that. So through my engagements, I think people noticed me and noticed my effort. So when there was, I think there was an SGM that had come up, and I was lucky to be one of the people who attended the SGM because I'd been told, you're a parent, come listen to what chess is all about. So through that SGM, I think an interim office was being formed. And that's how I found myself into the leadership of chess. So it has been a journey, a rough one, and a nice one at the same time. Very enjoyable, because when I came into the leadership, I told the people who were there, I'm here to make sure that chess is better for our children. Because at that time I was coming in as a parent, not even knowing how things were running. And yeah, we've made it better, because by the time I was doing chess, I think the Nationals had a number of 150 to 200 children. And chess was only played in Nairobi. But right now, when my children are in Kisumu, they get to play chess because we have people who play chess there. So we've made sure that chess has been devolved, and I really want to thank Wanjala, because when Wanjala was talking about us devolving chess, we told him it cannot happen. Even as we're in office, we're not sure that it could happen. But because of his strong will, he made sure that it happened, and we really thank him for that. So right now, even as we talk of coming back to the office, we are coming back now to bring quality. I think we really focused on having quantity. Right now, what we want to do is to have quality with the chess that we have. Having 7,000 children playing in one tournament is not easy. Being one of the lead organizers in Chess Kenya, it has not been easy. But through my social work, I'm a professional social worker, by the way. Through my social work integrations and all that, we've been able to pull it through. And I think for the past 3 years, we've not had tournaments that were not starting on time. So we've been able to improve, but we want to improve more on what we already have. Yeah. And again, I've been this parent who has really struggled with children. It's not easy traveling with somebody's child, because you know, this parent gives you a child who's okay and wants their children back the same way they gave to you. Dealing with teens has not been easy. But I really want to thank the Chess Kenya parents because of the support that they've given us. So as we even come in, we are looking at ways of making sure that even when this parent is giving you your child, they are comfortable. They'll not keep calling. They'll not keep asking, is my child safe? Is my child safe? So we are bringing in another aspect of making sure that by the time Rhoda is living with this child, what are the safeguarding measures that are being put there? And that is why I even had to attend safeguarding classes to be able, because people look up to you. And now what do they expect from you? I had to do safeguarding classes, because even me, by the time I'm giving out my daughter to somebody else, I need to make sure that this person can really take care of this child. Our children right now, with the technology that is coming up, are doing a lot of things behind our backs. So you have to have that mentality of knowing exactly what is happening and what is going on at the same time.
Thank you very much, Mama Rhoda. Mama Chess. Rhoda Olisa, can we please give a round of applause? And we really appreciate your presence, Asante Sana. As we invite the vice presidential candidates, I want to request Tech, Dennis Wambogo, and Swale, if you don't mind, would you mind, can you just move for me this camera and this light to this side so that we balance the equation? Because I have noticed where the problem is, there's a lot of light focusing on brand, and I am suffering. I need, don't touch this, otherwise just move, no, don't touch this, just move it over. Dennis, please take it up. Thank you, Dennis. And just turn it this way so that it's facing, turn it this way. Turn it a little bit more, keep turning. Keep turning, keep turning. Keep turning a little bit. A little bit, yes, and then we can lower the flap. That's perfect. Thank you, Dennis. Fair enough. Brian.
You know you're dark skinned, I'm light skinned, so it's all about the lights. But it's all right, thank you very much.
And that is good, man. Don't I look more handsome than him now? The chat said yes.
I've actually spent almost 45 minutes to the hour on the other candidates, so I think you're right on time. Before we go to the main debate of the presidents, we have the chance now to hear from the Deputy Vice President, and I'll give you the opportunity to invite them over.
All right. Thank you, Brian. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to invite from Team Change, candidate for Vice President. Please welcome Meshak Kipturgo. And from Team Promise, Madam Faith Leting. Please. And this is one of those instances when we say the men go first.
Thank you very much. Brian, Doc, my worthy opponent, Faith, delegates, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Like he has said, I'm Meshak Kipturgo. I'm a chess player, played in my high school, then took, actually, that was competitive chess, continued with leisure chess up to today, still a player. I am a parent of two chess players, and so I have a stake in really participating in chess, and that's why I am offering myself as a vice president and request delegates to really vote us in Team Change. Why have I come to this? My main reason is I want to give back to the chess because I love the game. I want to give back to chess. After university, I went as a management trainee, and for the last 20 years, I've been a CEO of one of the leading logistics and transportation companies, a multinational in East and Central Africa, and I feel I have unique skills that are currently lacking in chess that I will bring. One of them is managerial skills. I have 20 years, more than 20 years of a CEO leadership skills. Now, when you say leadership, I'm even talking about the softer skills. You have appreciation, the morale of the coaches. How do we motivate the coaches so that they can really coach our champions to become not only African, but even international champions? We need to motivate them. We need to motivate the players. We need to motivate all the players, including the parents, because they really sacrifice a lot. And I will be bringing the softer skills. Secondly, as a successful corporate person, I can say, a good network in the corporate world and in government. And I think these are, we can leverage this network to help Chess Kenya. And I see and it doesn't have to be just, you don't have to get a corporate sponsor for just Chess Kenya. You can also, Chess Kenya, the federation can partner with clubs or the county associations to get a corporate sponsor for their tournament. These are the kind of skills that I bring. Lastly, I can say that I'm happy on the leadership of Wandera, Team Change, because I see inclusivity. I see diversity. You've seen the people who have talked here. These are people, technically they are solid. You have seen our treasurer, a CPAK. Now, when you look at governance structure, chess is now ready to go to be taken to the next level. In the next level, you need professionals to run the federation. And that's why it is really critical that...
Sorry, I need to just, my apologies for interrupting. Please, audience, please let us not speak or comment while the candidates are speaking. No applause, only applause when Brian asks you to give applause. I hear the comments coming through. Please, let's not speak as they're speaking. Don't even do this. Okay. Sorry, my apologies, sir.
I don't know why he doesn't want me to be given applause. Just do this. If I make a point that you really feel that chess in Kenya now requires, please do this. Yeah. But you have interrupted my line of thought. And I don't know why you did that, but no problem. I was saying, if you look at
professionals, you did professionals.
Yes. So if you look at really team change, I say diversity. I see, and you look at the diversity, and I was talking about the treasurer. I think it is critical for any federation, not just Kenya, to have in that docket of treasurer a qualified and a competent accountant, and we have a CPAK, because then it is possible to automate and eventually do not just annual reports, but you can do quarterly even reporting. I see servant leadership. We're asking for your vote to serve you. Delegates, electors, we will serve you. We have given many promises. And the first thing that I will push when we go to the office is a strategic plan. I am aware that our strategic plan has expired. I'll push that in the first 1 year, we craft the strategic plan, involve all the stakeholders in coming up with this strategic plan, and then we implement this strategic plan, so it will go to execution. I have a lot of experience in crafting strategic plans. I have a lot of experience in implementing, so we'll go for it. Lastly, mentorship. Now, mentorship, we need to bring everybody on board. We need to bring veterans. Like the chairman of Bamburi Cement, Mr. Simba, he's a chess player. He's a friend of chess. How do we bring these people to come in? Not just as sponsors, corporate sponsors, but also as mentors. And so I see that I will mobilize my friends and the veteran players to come on board to mentor the young people. And employment in this country is at another level. I know that a good chess player is a good corporate leader. Let's give our children, and I will be really playing a critical role in helping out our young people who want to go to employment to get employment. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Once again, just remind the teams, just for your own, I'm requesting the audience, we debated this really whether to have audience or not, so that we reserve applause only for the time when the applause is requested. Otherwise, we'll have partisan applause, which is not consistent with the spirit of this debate. So, over to you, Madam Faith Leting.
Good evening, chess fraternity. Thank you so much, Dr. and Brian, for the opportunity that you've given us. This is a first for the Chess Kenya Federation, and we really appreciate this. Now, I come from Elgeyo Marakwet, the land that is majorly known for banditry, for landslide. I'm sure when I say Elgeyo Marakwet, you will think about the landslides, you will think about the bandits, but there is something new in Elgeyo Marakwet. There is something new in North Rift generally, courtesy of chess. I came to chess, I actually got transferred to Elgeyo Marakwet from Baringo. And when I went to Elgeyo Marakwet, I didn't know I was going to meet something that would change my life called chess. I started in my school with about 3 children knowing chess, and they are the ones who taught me chess. I took up the game and even ended up learning a lot, took myself to classes of chess, training about coaching, coached students, and then I was able to take some even to the international level. Currently, when we talk about Elgeyo Marakwet, you will talk about national champions in chess. You will talk about, and not just Elgeyo Marakwet. I first of all want to appreciate Chess Kenya for giving me a chance to be the regional coordinator of North Rift. And North Rift in Brook is Elgeyo Marakwet. I talk much about Elgeyo Marakwet because that's where I live. But my heart has been in Baringo, in Uasin Gishu, in Elgeyo Marakwet, and in Nandi County. You talk about chess in that region, the name Faith will not miss, because I started actually, it was almost like from scratch. It can be attested by our opponent, Mr. Wandera. He always appreciated me for doing good work in Elgeyo Marakwet, in North Rift County, because the county was chaotic, the region was chaotic when I came in. And I want to appreciate one Shem Bilembwa who noticed my leadership skills. When I didn't even know I was the leader, Bilembwa gave my name to the Chess Kenya Federation, and that is why I learned that I could lead. I learned that I could be a leader, because I was able to grow chess from 200 in the whole of North Rift. Those are the 4 counties. And I was able to grow the numbers. Right now we are over 1,000. I've also been able to grow, to come up with, I've been able to come up with the branches. Right now we don't have a region. We've broken the branches to Baringo, Elgeyo Marakwet, Uasin Gishu County, and Nandi County. And in each and every county, I've been able to come back to help them come up with a club. In Baringo County, we have Cabernet Club. In Elgeyo Marakwet, we have what we call the Chess Tribe, which I am actually the owner of Chess Tribe. I developed it with the chairperson of Elgeyo Marakwet County. When we come to Uasin Gishu, we have Feeder Chess Club, which is doing very well. And in Nandi County, I came up with Lethal Pawns Chess Club, which are doing well. I believe with that kind of leadership, I have a track record. And delegates, you can trust me that I can do better as a presidential candidate. That is Faith Letting for you. Now, for what I envision as Faith Letting, as the Vice President of the Federation, first of all, the reason why I want to be the Vice President, I believe I'm capable. My leadership is tested in chess. I'm sure right now you can talk about North Rift and talk about some national champions. You can talk about sanity in North Rift, courtesy of me. You can talk about the 4 branches that have had my support, that have supported them to be able to stand on their own feet. This kind of leadership, I believe I'm able to bring it to the Chess Kenya Federation and to support my able President Andrew Owili to be able to bring the dream that we have as Team Promise to Chess Kenya Federation. My heart is still coming from those places. My heart is still at the grassroots. And I really want to appreciate the current office for bringing chess to us, the people at the grassroots down there. Otherwise, Faith wouldn't be here today. But because of that, bringing chess down there, now that you have brought it to us, I want improvement. We want to make it better. As Team Promise, our policy is quality. We want to bring quality. For example, I crumpled a lot as the North Rift Regional Coordinator without so much, with no skills. I was just working. I think it was the God-given leadership abilities that I was using. But I would want to empower the leadership in the county levels for them to be able to work with confidence. I would want to help.
Sorry, Madam Faith, sorry for interrupting you, but I know I'll just give you 1 more minute, then you can, yes,
Okay.
my apologies for that.
Okay, sorry. Now I was saying I would want to help the counties to grow better, help them gain skills to be able to make our branches better, because for us, leadership is the new thing. Thank you.
Thank you. let us please reserve the claps for when we ask for applause. Fortunately, this is the last of the pairs. And just before the deputy presidential candidates take their seats, I think these are equally presidents. Brian, what strikes me, and I think it strikes you as well, that both teams have done a commendable job in choosing candidates.
Yes. Absolutely, you don't go to war with a weak team. So I don't expect anything less.
So whichever team wins looks like the future is bright. Looking at if that's a standard that we've had across board, I think we're in good hands. Thank you very much, Madam Faith. I think thank you very much, Mr. Kipturgo. Looking forward, and please, the other officers, whoever wins, all those skills you have, please keep them right here in chess. You know, if you don't win this time, there's also 20. Some other time is coming as well. Thank you very much. Hand of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you
for the two people.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Those are our two vice presidential candidates. Before we go to the presidential candidates, guys, we want to take a 3-minute break. Before our break, guys, we want to take this opportunity to acknowledge our sponsors. We have a few sponsors who made this possible. The very first team that are acknowledging Brian, we are sitting in a fantastic place, a beautiful place in Western Nairobi. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we all know about it. You're here, right?
Anyway, you guys watching don't have a clue what to do.
All right, this place has been given to us by the owner of the place called Mr. Vishesh. He called me sometime last week while he was discuss about chess, and then when I came around, I realized there's some team from Britain that was visiting Kenya that sent me an invite to attend the event here, but I couldn't because I'd just come from Galleria. So when he talked about it, he was very excited. Then I asked him, okay, he has offered this place for chess events for free of charge, actually. Anytime we have events, whichever team comes into office, whichever organizer, we can come here and just do chess. And then I asked him if he could give us for this debate, and that's why he had this evening.
Thank you, Brian, and thank you, Bowbox team. Indeed, we are at Bowbox restaurant in Westlands, Nairobi, and I came in to check out the venue. At that point, I met the owner, and he said he wants this to be the home of chess. Bowbox, please mark that, guys. If you're looking for a place to hang out, this is a place. This is the home of chess. Give and take. They offer support for chess. We offer support for Bowbox. In addition to that, one of the parents, a parent of champions, mother of champions, I think at some point her children were best female and best male, best junior in the country. This is Mama Zuri and Hawi Kaloki. Hawi Kaloki right now is Kenya 1, highest rated player. And Zuri Kaloki is an FM in waiting. Mama Zuri Kaloki contributed financially to this event. Mama Zuri Kaloki, we say thank you so much.
Both players in the national team, don't forget.
Both of them are national team. Yes. So, Mother of Champions, we are very, very grateful. But there's another sponsor we've not spoken about. That sponsor is called Brand Kidula. You know, this event is, we volunteer for this. Brand Kidula, Antillian Chess Africa. He's sitting right here. That's Brand Kidula, ladies and gentlemen. He founded the first academy that was FIDE registered in Kenya. He has trained, before it became popular to train children, he's been training children. And I think he's one of the best coaches. You want to count on him. He's a local GM, Grandmaster for good reason. And he's one of the coaches we do support and do feel you'd be in good hands with Brand Kidula.
Thank you.
Brand, I think I'm also a sponsor. You might want to say something about these other sponsors.
Oh yeah, Victor, when he heard that I was here and I sent him the video clip, he just came very fast. Within 7.5 minutes was here. And that confirmed me actually he's not a quack doctor. He can attend to emergencies as fast as he can. And also Victor, for the setup, I don't think it's easy. I tried it at home. He even come to my house to set up for me, and it's still in my mind. I don't use it. So it really puts a lot of effort and a lot of passion in what he does. And for that, I don't take it for granted. That's why when you came in, I was outside because I know the hard work involved. And I don't want to be part of it. Now you know. So I was outside. So let's give a big hand to Victor for all the equipment, training Digity Man there, Dennis, and training, was it?
Mr. Swale
Musyoki?
Yes.
So we really appreciate it. Without much ado, Victor, keep up the good work you've been keeping the chess fraternity witnessing events as they unfold live. And for that, we owe it to you a great debt of gratitude.
Thank you very much.
So I think at this point, we'll take a 3-minute break and then come back for the
big main event.
The big event.
So we'll take, don't go away, we're not stopping our stream. We are taking exactly 3 minutes, okay, 3 to 5, and then we'll be back with the main event. We'll be meeting the presidential candidates. These are for Team Promise, Andrew Owili, and for Team Change, the man himself, Gilbert Wandera. Thank you.
Thank you.
stream is not going.
Oh.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll just turn on the sound once again. And then let's go to the start. I'm really hopeful that Brian will get some coffee. We are still in the next few minutes. I'm hopeful that we'll get some coffee before before we start again. Mr. Musyoki, could I borrow your laptop for a short while? So what's happening, guys, and I'm speaking both to the audience that is here live and those who are watching online. The questions are not yet, have not been shared with anybody else. Only Brian saw the questions for the first time about 30 minutes ago. Thank you very much. This is Bobox, guys. Is there sugar on it already? Thank you very much. Is it caramel? Yeah. Thank you so much. So I'll let you know what the caramel latte tastes like at Bobox. Absolutely amazing. All right, so the questions we have, nobody knows what these questions are. And again, at home, please keep letting us know how the stream is. paste the comments. Let's see if it meets expectations. So what you're going to do is we'll be picking a couple of questions as the hosts, and then we'll be looking at some questions that were sent on email, and we'll select the questions we're going to ask the participants. We want to assure you that the participants do not know the questions, they've not had these questions before. Maybe in the forums, if there are issues that are topical, but the precise questions that have been asked have not been shared with the participants. This is to maintain prudence. At this juncture,
just before you finish, in fact, I didn't see all the questions. You gave me a very limited time. I only saw 5 questions, but I saw there were many.
Yes,
but that's okay. I like what you're doing. Yeah.
So as we go along, guys, what we'll be doing is we'll be looking at the questions and choosing as we go along. We've looked at a couple before just to make sure you don't miss. We'll try and have as many as possible answered as we proceed. Now, Brian, we need to, can I say, choose who sits where?
All right.
And the way it's going to work, guys, is that for the first half of the debate, one person will sit on this side, the other on the other side, and then at some point we're going to swap. That keeps it fair, because I'm told the lighting on one side is not as good. The lighting on Brian's side is not as good. That's why I look browner than him, when in reality, less brown. So whoever picks this color will start sitting this side, and whoever picks the other side. Is that fair? Yeah. I'm going to ask a representative from either side. And at this juncture, I'll ask Anne and Anne to come and do it so that it's fair. Anne and Anne, come and choose. Okay. All right. I don't know which one is which, so I don't know. Can I? Who will choose first? Okay, so Andrew, you'll get to sit on this side, and just to be fair, okay, this is, and Gilbert is on the other side. I think we have to swap this, if I'm not mistaken. The candidates had been. Whose is this, please? Okay, so we may not have. I'll give you a piece of paper.
You may just write questions as people ask.
You may write. But just listen. Do you want to donate a piece to your colleague?
Yeah, sure.
And then, may I ask Madam Paul, please take this? Thank you, Mr. Kipruto. Thank you very much. Okay, so give us one moment. We set up our questions register. Just one moment. We'll use this. Presidential candidates, guys, this is the debate, presidential debate for Chess Kenya Federation elections. These are taking place on the 28th of February. That's just almost 2 weeks from now, slightly under 2 weeks. This is the first of its kind, and as we say, chess is the best run sports federation on the continent. Chess Kenya, the chess in Kenya, best run federation on the continent of Africa. And I think from what we've seen so far, that is actually proven. So I'm going to remind the audience, please don't applaud, please don't comment, and please don't interrupt the candidates. I'm requesting because debates are debates. We have a very small audience, very respectable. We don't want to be partisan. Let the points speak for themselves. Allow me to take this opportunity to welcome on stage the candidate from Team Promise, Andrew Owili. Applause, please, everyone. Sorry, I'll take this again. All teams, please, you must applaud as Mr. Owili comes up. Andrew Owili. And from Team Change, the flag bearer, Mr. Gilbert Wandera. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
And thank you for your patience. Thank you for honoring this debate.
Thank you.
I think the first thing that struck us is that you both assembled fantastic teams. And the confidence we have is that whoever wins, at least we've not heard from you, so we know from the people under you that chess is in good hands, whoever wins.
Yes.
The format of this debate is that we'll give you 2 minutes each to introduce yourselves, and then thereafter we will have questions coming from both us as the hosts and also from those who submitted their questions to the debate email. We'd sent out an email address for questions to be sent through. We'll try and get through as many of these as possible. You'll get a minute each to respond to each question that is asked. And there may be a follow-up question and a rebuttal. If something needs clarification, you'll get an extra minute. But thereafter, again, if something comes up, we'll then raise it with you. We'll ask you, as always, to maintain decorum. I think you've been gentlemen through and through, and we hope we'll have a similar debate. Mr. Kidula, anything you want to add?
Oh, thank you very much, guys, gentlemen, for that matter. Sorry for honoring the invitation to be part of this historic moment in the history of chess in Kenya. So we are happy that you're here, and I'm sure you are going to observe a lot of decorum without any mudslinging whatsoever.
Okay. And finally, before we hear from the candidates, guys, both gentlemen have been part of the Chess Kenya Federation for the past 8 years, both of you?
8 years.
8 years, both of you. And in the last 8 years, if you do not know, chess has grown in leaps and bounds. So for that reason, we keep demanding due respect to Mr. Andrew Owili and Mr. Gilbert Wandera for the work they've done. I think as a country, we owe these two gentlemen and the entire office, all the office bearers, we are grateful to what you've done. And for that reason, just by being here alone, we've seen what you've done and we're very grateful.
Thank you.
Asanteni sana. Please, can we give a hand of applause to these two gentlemen? So, introductory statements, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll start this time, since he won the first toss, we'll start with Mr. Wandera.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Gilbert Wandera. I'm the current treasurer of Chess Kenya. I'm a journalist by profession. And I just want to give a small background how I came into chess. I came into chess as a chess parent. My daughter learned chess during one of the school holidays, and she took it very seriously. Same year, she won the under-8. She was the under-8 champion. Unfortunately, like you're saying, chess was really being run badly those times. There was no sponsorship. So even if your child won a national championship, it was like they could not be able to go anywhere. So I remember it was very frustrating as a parent. Your child has won and they need to go to, I remember it was the World Youth in somewhere in Europe. So I remember it was very, very frustrating, and because I was where I was able to get sponsorship for her from the late Fidel Odinga. He gave me like 1.2 million to take my child to Slovenia
for the World Youth Chess Championship. And not just her, but also I was able to sponsor 2 other children who also didn't have sponsorship. So that's how I came into chess. I've always been a change agent, because the way I came into chess was to change what was happening, because I felt if my child is struggling, how many other children are struggling? So can we now come in, make it better, so that any child who qualifies, they don't have to go through what I went through. Okay, at least I was a bit privileged. I could reach somebody like that to be able to get a sponsorship to go out, so that how do we now help the other children to come up? And we've done that a lot through even cooperation with government and with different stakeholders. So that now is no longer a problem right now. But that's how we came in. We came in through, it was very rough. I also want to mention that I'm also a director of NACHA, that is Nairobi Chess Academy and Club, which we formed in 2015, if I'm not wrong. And that is where also the change started, because we felt like we were being mistreated by the then office. I think we had won a prize and they didn't give us because of there were some personal issues they had with us. And so, yeah. So
just carry on.
Yeah. So that's how we came in. So I'm still a director, though passive, because I'm the treasurer of the federation. So again, I can't really get involved in the day-to-day activity of the club. But I'm still a very strong director. I still sign checks, and we still do 1 or 2 things for the club. So that is basically my background in chess. And why do I want to be or maybe I should not. Yeah. So why do I want to become president? Having been the treasurer for 8 years, I've seen the change. I've been part of the change that we have achieved as a federation. Very much part of it, because I remember the first year, we were just a federation. We didn't have an office. I remember one day with Mr. Wanjala, he used to work at Equity. He came to my office and told me, today we're going to get an office. And we went to Nanak House and we found a space and we got the office and we paid for it and we started. That's where we started. Then the same year also, I remember we were holding our Kenya Open, is it Kenya Open? Yeah, at KCB Sports Club. And we didn't have the prize fund, but we just held the tournament by faith. And I remember we had to contribute, me, him, and a few other officials, to be able to pay the prize fund. So I'm just giving the background that's the background we've come from. But I think through the years, we've made a lot of progress, made the sport popular, and with that, everything has just come into space. So why do I want to become president? Yes, we've made progress, but I feel like now we need to go to the next level. And I feel like there's a saying that the same mindset that you go to a certain place cannot take you higher than that. And that's why I assembled this very strong team, because I feel like for us to go to the next level, we need a different mindset. And especially my biggest point is bringing in the corporate sector, because that's where we've really done badly. As much as we've made progress, the corporate sector we've not been able to break into, to bring them on board to support the good work that we are doing, because we have a good product, but now we need to sell it to the corporate. That will help us to have some predictability in terms of even the program that we want to run. We are not depending on fate, we are not depending on chance. We know that this corporate, he's on board, we're going to run a certain program. So that's why I want to come in, and many other reasons, to really be able to be the president of Chess Kenya. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wandera. And of course, as you can see, the debate rule has changed. And we'll now take this opportunity to give Mr. Owili an equal 6-minute period to go ahead and introduce himself and tell us why he's running for this position. We'll give you a similar amount of time, Mr. Owili.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you, local GM, for this opportunity. The chess family, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Andrew Owili. I've been in chess from 2005, back in Kisumu Boys, when KCB brought a chess tournament back then. And from there, it has been a long journey. In 2017, there was news that some fellows were organizing an election in Nairobi. That is Wanjala, Githinji, Wandera. And having been somebody who was not staying in Nairobi, I told myself I have to be involved. That is when I knew Wanjala was vying at that time. I think at that time we were the only team that came outside Nairobi that participated in that election. Because I saw how for a long time chess was just being played in Nairobi. So from there we got into office, and I must say it has been a long journey. We have seen the kind of transformation we've had. I want to agree with Mr. Wandera that we have had a lot of change, and it has been happening. My feeling is chess is not struggling in Kenya. Chess is doing well, or it has been progressive. So what we need now is not change. What we need is how are we able to take advantage of the gains that we've had? Do we have structures enough to be able to make sure that the gains that we've gotten do not go away? And that's why, together with a team that has introduced itself, you will see it's a representation of the entire country. These are people who understand chess from where they come from. These are people who have contributed in the development of chess from where they are. These are people who have kids that have been part of the success that we are enjoying now. And that's why, as a candidate, I felt it will be easy to assemble people that have a track record. They understand the pain of us not doing well. And as a federation, we have come a long way, but it is also good to acknowledge in areas that we've fallen short. And that's why in our team, we want to bring quality. It's not about growth. We are already there. Some counties might be behind, but we are going to do a lot in order to take advantage of the growth that we've had. This election should not be about undoing the things that we've done. This election should be about making sure that the gains that we've had do not go away. That's why we have experienced people on the ground. If I was to talk about each of the candidates, I will tell you what they have been able to do. It's not what they are going to do, it's what they have been able to do. And I feel that it is the right team to carry this dream on that we have had. I'm also an organizer. I also a founder member of Victoria Chess Club. At that time, it was one of the clubs outside Nairobi again that was participating in the league. We have never missed a league game despite all the challenges. So I understand what clubs go through. I understand what other people outside Nairobi. I'm not saying that Nairobi teams are okay, but I'm just saying we need to diversify chess to be beyond Nairobi. Already we are doing that, but how are we going to make sure that those gains are still with us? As a Victoria founder and also one of the patrons there, we have organized one of the best junior events in East Africa, I dare say. The last 2 years we've been able to bring corporates into the tournament to be able to support us. So moving forward, we are going to make sure that we're able to tap into those gains together with my colleagues who have shown a lot of potential, not just potential, they have been part of this journey. And that said, all we can do is to make sure that chess keeps growing, because we understand what will happen if chess goes down. We have a lot to lose as stakeholders in this game. Otherwise, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Owili. I know Brian is itching to bring us to a couple of questions, but I'll ask two questions first, which I've been itching to ask for the last 2 weeks. The first question, I'll start with Mr. Owili, and this question goes to both of us. Tell us something positive and something good about Team Change. Gilbert, you'll be next on the same question.
Somebody asked that question in the groups, one of the groups, and I feel even when I was assembling my team, quite a number of people in Team Change are people I approached. It's a department, it's open. I approached Evelyn because I saw that potential in what she was able to do. And I must say, probably not everyone in that team, but some of them have also interest in chess. So you will understand why they want to grow the game of chess, because either they have juniors in the team or they have clubs in the team. And also, I think in the time that we've served as Chess Kenya officials, I have always had a good relation with Wandera. So I will not really say in terms of there's anything that I'm vying just because I don't like him. At some point we were talking.
And also had approached her. Like I said, Faith, she's a natural leader. I know even last week I was able to get for a sponsorship for a tournament in Eldoret, because I felt like, okay, even if she's not in my team, she's doing something good on the ground, and she deserves, help and support. And even if I come into office, I'll still support her. Even if I'll still support her because I feel like she's doing something good. And we go a long way with her. She's a very good friend of mine. I mean, her kids, your friends. We are very good friends. She's one of my good friends in chess.
I hope that's the gentlest question I'm going to ask, because the next one is going to be a bit hard. Over to you, Mr. Wandera.
Yes.
You guys have done a good job. Yes. No doubt about it. You've grown chess, and we are grateful. Why on earth would you want to change that?
All right, good. Like I said, why I was coming in, I'll still go back to the same thing I said. The same mindset that took you to a certain level, you need a different mindset to go to another level. I didn't say we're going to change everything good that you've done. We've done a lot of good things. But in the same level also, there are some other things that we haven't done that we need to do. Number one, Indivlin talked about this. We need structures in Chess Kenya. Yeah, structures in Chess Kenya. I'll give you just one example. Because I'm part of the team right now, I'm not running away from this, but I don't like the way we pick our national team coaches. A coach would be called and told, by the way, you're going to Zimbabwe, for example, and maybe that's like a week to. This coach has not trained the players, don't have a rapport with the players. Why do we do that? We cannot do that. In fact, in chess, that's the only, as a sports journalist, I see how other federations do their things. So this creates a culture of sycophancy, because I want to be a sycophant so that I'm selected to go to maybe a certain trip or something. So that I think it's there. As a treasurer, I don't get involved so much in those kind of things, but I see, and everybody sees. And even as we talk to people, delegates, and that's the biggest question they are saying. I mean, how was so and so picked to do this? So we can't say that we've done a good job. We can't. Change is the only constant thing. Yeah, change is the only constant thing in life. So we want to change those small things.
Andrew, thank you for this section. The responses are just 1 minute. Andrew, we are going to ask you to just respond to that before asking your question. Then particular suggestion that
it's true that we need structures. irrespective of how this was done, why you wait for an election? I can tell you there are so many things I questioned within the executive. I didn't have to wait for an election. That's what I would want to ask Mandela. Why would you want to wait for this? Yet all this time we've always had this being done.
Sorry, Tech is signaling us. Dennis, what's up?
why was this not raised then when they were being put at the executive level? Or even if they were not put there, because he might say that they were not being put there, why did he raise an alarm then?
By the way, I want you to get me right, Mr. Willie. I'm not in any way criticizing or saying that. What I'm just trying to say is we need to do things differently. Even that aspect of it, and I've already told you why. Because the coaches need time with the players. So I'm just saying, the way we were doing it, I own it because I was part of the executive. I own that, but I'm just saying it was wrong. You see, it was wrong. And so I'm saying.
But Willie's question is, why did you not raise it during your time in office?
Yeah, there's a saying that says the majority have their say, the majority have their way, the minority have their say. So if like we are 8 and 6 have said okay, they've agreed with it, I have to also accept and agree with it.
Is he saying that he disagreed with it?
Well,
yeah, I'm just saying that.
Are you saying he disagreed with it?
Yeah, some of the appointments obviously, but since the majority had accepted, so I support it
publicly. Honestly, we can't say he disagreed yet, even within the executive. I'm not sure. I can't remember any particular time that you questioned and said this is a wrong selection.
Anyway, even whether I disagreed or not, what I'm just trying to say is let's do it differently. That is the whole point I'm trying to make.
Okay.
Yeah, we do it differently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. We'll now go to the questions. We had candidates sending us questions. Mr. Kidula.
There's a question I was supposed to respond. I've worked with Mr. Wanjala for 8 years. I really respect him, and I wouldn't want to say anything bad about him, about his decision to come down. But my experience with that kind of move, it's not always been taken well. I know somebody tried to do that in FKF last year, I think 2024, but you could see the uproar. So it wasn't taken well. I really don't know why he decided to do that. I mean, he knows best. Actually, like he said, it's not illegal, but it's just the way people look at it. That's what brings issues. Because sometimes it's not what you do, it's the perception that you create. So that is there. So what we are trying to say is when you come into office to address that, we want to change the constitution so that if you are, for example, you cannot go down, you can only go up. You know, you can only go up, you can't go down. So I think that's what we'll do to address that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go to the questions from the team. Mr. Brian, you have a question?
There's one that I was looking at here and then disappeared.
Kimache, Brian,
Yeah.
This is the question.
Yeah. There's a question from Brian Kimache. It's asked, compared to FIDE Habitat seminars, which are held regularly and have clear progression pathways, FIDE instructor and coaching seminars in Kenya have been very few. How does Chess Kenya Federation plan to address this imbalance, and what concrete, transparent framework exists to support active chess coaches in attaining FIDE instructor titles, especially those focused on long-term player development rather than frequent personal tournament participation in alignment with FIDE regulations?
Really, you will take the question first. Yeah, this is a question from Brian Kimache. I think as we keep swapping.
Hopefully I got the question right. I feel one of the things that has made this difficult is the fact that these FIDE trainings are normally very expensive, and especially when they are hosted outside your country, then it means you have to pay for the training, you have to pay for accommodation, you also have to pay for air ticket. So most of young people who would want to do this are really struggling even to have basics. So I think one of the ways will be, are we able to bring these trainings to our country? It will eliminate the aspect of transport. It will eliminate the aspect of accommodation costs. Are we able to bring them here so that they are a bit cheaper? Then two, I think with the kind of projection we are moving towards, with the kind of growth that we've seen, chess Kenya is becoming a powerhouse in Africa. It will be easier to bid for these events and to be able to host. If you're also keen, most of these events normally go with the other junior events, so they are able to be combined. So I feel if we're able to attract the continental bodies and FIDE to allow us to have these events, then we will go a long way in making sure that our coaches, our even arbiters are able to get a platform to train themselves. But we must also say that those of our arbiters who have gone outside to be able to get this training have done a recommendable job. Now they have gotten those titles despite how expensive it is.
I remember the last training, if my mind serves me right, Peter Long is the last guy who came here to train our coaches, and everybody got a DI, I think. Now, what we should know is that every year FIDE actually allocates some money to federations. You can actually apply to be able to do things like training. It's 5,000 euros every year. So I think that's the money that my office will use such kind of resources to be able to bring in those kind of trainers so that they train our coaches here. Like you said, it's cheaper when the trainer comes here, and then so that many more are able to benefit from that. So that's basically what we do.
Okay, the next question is coming from Mevin Omari, who sent us an email. Mevin Omari is asking the matter of prize money for ladies. Can we ever have equal prize money? And if not, why? He says his daughter always wonders why this is unbalanced while she wipes the floor with boys, and adds, ha ha ha. Over to you.
Yeah, that's a question that we also had to answer. But the nature of the sport is that, even at the international level, that the ladies always get the short end of the stick, as in they get lower prize money. Because obviously, maybe sometimes the number of ladies, you cannot compare with the number of men. So there are many factors. However, I think instead of or perhaps what my office is thinking is, then can we have all ladies events and give them probably something substantial as prize fund instead of that comparison. So I think it's better that we work on ways how can we empower our ladies instead of having that comparison, so that it's not there, so that we have more ladies taking part in tournaments and then being rewarded handsomely for it. So that's how I would answer that.
Andrew?
I think one of the challenges we have with ladies, in my opinion, is that immediately after high school or campus, we seem to see the number of ladies going down. Probably because it's family issues. You play chess, but I will not say if you are a lady, you will continue playing chess after having it. I think what we'll do, and one thing that my gender secretary is really advocating, is to make sure that we have equal pricing. That will go, we'll have to bring partners on board. And by that I mean is, we understand also what the organizers go through, because they want to give a prize that is reflecting the registration. But we will go ahead to bridge that gap. I think Chess Kenya did that with the car. We are still not where we want to be. Probably if you bring same pricing, the question would be, will it be able to attract more ladies back? Are we able to come up with programs where ladies feel more comfortable as they continue playing chess? A tournament that allows them even to come with their kids and they are taken care of. Are we able to attract ladies to stop thinking as if having family will stop you from participating actively in chess? I know for you, once you provide as a man, you can just go play chess. But for a lady, he has to take care of the little girl. So I think as Team Promise, the main goal is to make sure that we reach to a point where all categories feel the prizes are equal, but it's something that is working.
So I'll just push back a little bit on this, and you all know that I'm a father of girls. My daughters are going to crush all the men. But I sort of feel that you are taking safe political positions because it's not men versus women, it's open versus ladies. And that question, you've not really tackled it. So that becomes an issue that maybe is it that it's an open category versus ladies or a question of numbers? Maybe I'll give you 10 seconds to respond to this, then you take the next question.
I think it's a question of numbers. For me, if you ask me, if you look at even the tournaments, the number of ladies who come vis-a-vis the number of men who come, it's yeah.
I think for me, if you empower organizers to be able to reduce costs on whatever tournaments they have, then it will give room for them to have more income to place it on the ladies.
Okay.
So I think it's more, make sure the organizers are sorted so that in turn, you ask for.
It was a 10-second question. Over to you, Brad, for the next one.
All right, Clinton Shikuku asks here, what communication structure will you put in place to ensure that players, parents, clubs, and counties receive timely official communication? I think it's coming from the premise that sometimes communication comes out too late. Number two is asking, how will the community give feedback or raise concerns, and how will those be handled constructively? And then the third question you put forth is
just ask maybe one.
Just one more.
Just one.
What is your next long-term vision for Chess Kenya?
Okay, I start. With me? Okay. I'll start with the third question. Long-term vision. As my team, we've been saying, our target is to register 1 million chess players in the next 4 years, and that we are looking at that as our long-term vision, just to increase the number of players who are playing chess exponentially in the next 4 years. Communication, that's a very good question, and this is obviously, if you cannot communicate with your community, then it means they don't know what you're doing. So one, we'll have, and this is good because I can speak on this authoritatively. We'll have, we want to have a newsletter every month, a monthly newsletter, just to show the kind of activities that we've done for that month, and even the ones that are coming maybe for the next month. So that will be sent, it will be an e-newsletter, so that everybody who's registered as a Chess Kenya member, they get it automatically. Once it comes out, it's able to go. Because communication is very important. Yeah, people need to know what you are doing. Obviously also, we are doing badly also in communication in terms of, and I speak this generally in terms of coverage of our events. Victor, like you're saying, chess has really grown. But sometimes I feel like we've not gotten the fair share from the media about, just showcasing what we are doing. That also has affected us. So we'll get a very strong communication person to be able to drive this agenda in terms of every event, no matter how small it is, it will always be in the news, in the media, no matter how, even if in the village, it will always be there, so that people know about chess all over this country. Yeah.
Thank you.
I think my understanding of his question is more of communication, not marketing. I think as somebody who has been in Chess Kenya, one of the shortcomings probably we have is how do we communicate to our parents, how do we communicate to our stakeholders. At times we leave it so late. I can tell you if we get to office, by the time we are starting a new year, we'll be knowing when we are having our next national event. For parents to be able to prepare themselves. It's more of, even at times you remember when there are events and parents disagree openly, then the way we give feedback to them, how are we able to talk to them and listen to them and be able to what are their main issues. Sometimes in our regime we have not been so kind to our stakeholders. I think that is something that will change, and it's something as Team Promise that we have really taken time to talk about. I think the long-term vision that we have is we want Chess Kenya to sustain itself. We acknowledge that we need sponsors, but we know the biggest sponsor that we need to have is Chess Kenya membership. Are we able to convert the numbers that we have to an asset? Are we able to build an office for ourselves? Are we able to create a reserve of money, let's say 5 to 10% of what we get, so that we're able to make sure that even before we knock on the doors of a sponsor, that we have our own. It makes it easier when you go to a sponsor and when it backfires, you can still have your own event. So my biggest vision would be to make sure that Chess Kenya is sustained. It can sustain itself. If you call sponsors today, for those of us who are organizers, when they walk out last minute, you will see fire. And that is not what a national federation should be.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Owili. Next question is coming from Mr. Juma. Mr. Juma, I can see is from Victoria Chess Club. Mr. Juma is asking, if elected, he has 3 questions, but I'll pick one in the interest of time. If elected, what would be the key priorities of your administration within the first 100 days, and why have you chosen these immediate focus areas? We start with you, Owili.
As somebody who has who is a founder of a club that has over 200 kids, I know one of the biggest downfalls we've had is our national events are poorly run. Let's call it as it is. We can do better in terms of organization, and I feel that is something we can easily work on in terms of making sure that all the players have a good experience, whether they win or not. Are we able to have better pricing for the winners? Are we able to determine venue as soon as possible? Then the other aspect will be, are we able to market our federation, even market the league? I was telling one of my friends that if we knew our nationals that has 7,000 kids will be in, let's say, Kajiado, like 3 months before, and we put it all over that we are going to, will attract sponsors. Just taking, like I said, let's use our membership as an asset. Before even going out, I feel that we should be able to make sure that we market and brand Chess Kenya before we even call sponsors. Market Chess Kenya so that it becomes attractive, and that's what we're going to do.
So that's your focus for the first 100 days. That's your main focus for the first 100 days.
That is one of them.
Okay. Mr. Wandera?
For me, that's no brainer. Obviously, we'll announce immediately that the league prize fund will increase them significantly. That first 100 days we'll announce that we're going to pay a prize fund of 1.5 million for the Premier League and 1 million for the Super League. And the reason is very simple. It's because our clubs have always been complaining that the prize fund is too low. So that will be announced immediately, and we believe that will give them that motivation, even to be able to prepare and to play a good league.
How will you fund it?
Fund what?
How will you fund the increased prize fund?
How will you find it?
How will you fund it?
How will I fund it? Just like my brother said, is remove words from my mouth. I'm the treasurer of Chess Kenya, and people ask me that question. And I know where the money is. Even before we go to any sponsors, like he's saying, I know where the money is. Yes.
I think as a rejoinder, if he knew where the money is, then clubs should ask him, where has the money been? Because he says he knows where the money is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
A good question. I think we can have those questions. Do you want to respond to that?
Yes, I have to respond to that. That was not, I would respond like this. That was not the vision of this current team to increase the prize fund. Because if it was the vision of this team to increase the prize fund, they would have asked me and I would have looked for the money and we would have got the money. That's how I can answer that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just again.
No, for the rebuttal, just one.
Yeah.
So that but I think the points are significant. Yeah. Over to you, Brian.
Okay, let's go to the next question from Julie Acheng. She's asking, how has your experience and track record within the chess community prepared you to make a meaningful difference if elected?
How's my experience?
Yeah.
I would say I've been the treasurer of Chess Kenya for 8 years. So that's a track record, that's an experience. And when we came in, it was very hard to get even just to do a simple audited accounts. I mean, all the years that we've been there, we've done audited accounts every year. I also want to say that my relationship, I have a good relationship with government. So it's easy now to be able to get sponsorship from government, because of the relationship that I feel I have built over the years with people in government. Yes, so that's clear.
I think for me, just to repeat the question so that I don't miss something.
Your track record and experience, how has it prepared you to make a meaningful change in the next time in office? Correct.
I think ever since I joined this journey of chess through Victoria Chess Club, we have the biggest chess in schools program in the country, where we are training over 2,000 kids, and we have a structure whereby we have university students and college students benefiting, having commercial gains from these programs that we have. I feel this experience that I've had, it has made me interact with the challenges the young people have. It has made me interact with the challenges players have now that I have a club. Every other time as Chess Kenya, we make a decision that is not favorable, the same parents that I interact with in the club will always tell me, this is not right. There are so many things that we have been able to work on due to that experience. I would want to say this, that first, if you want to develop chess, you need to interact with the people that play chess before you go to government. And something I want to challenge Mr. Wandera is, I might not be, maybe he will say it, I don't think he has interacted enough with the chess community, let alone the sponsors. I could also say I've interacted with sponsors, but would you say you've interacted with arbiters? Would you say you've interacted with coaches? When we have our national events, do you present yourself and know the challenges that these people have?
I was going to ask the next question, but clearly, Ms. Wandera, you must respond to this.
That is a very unfair assessment of Owili. That's very unfair. I mean, I've interacted with them. Especially people from the regions. I know what they go through, yeah? Because I've interacted with them. Even arbiters, coaches, I've really interacted with them, a lot of them. And I know the challenges that they're going through. And that is why my team wants to solve most of those challenges. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lenny Matega, one of Kenya's strongest players, has sent in a question. It's an important question. This is what he says. His concern is that with the national open and release team, they need more opportunities for exposure and growth. And they need to represent the country beyond just the Olympiad. In an Olympiad years like last year, the main perk of being on the national team was simply saying, I am on the national team. Meanwhile, juniors often have trips and tournaments every other month. He fully agrees that juniors are the future and the present, but what structured opportunities will exist for players once they cross 18? Start with you, Winnie.
It's also fair to admit that as a federation, we've done so much for the juniors, and the older category probably have very few events. One of the reasons is we've not received enough support as a federation. And that's why I started by saying, are we able to have systems where our first sponsor is ourselves, even before having to depend, even these juniors that we keep taking outside, most of it is because of government support. If the sponsorship goes away, then we'll probably have the same issue. So we need to build structures, we need to have reserves where even national champions are able to just think beyond the Olympiad team. So for me, it's making sure that we have enough resources through our own means, then also bid for international events so that we also have them here. When you have international events here, then we can, as many can participate as possible. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point by Mataiga. The problem also we have is in Africa. Unfortunately, since Lewis Nkube left, we don't have many events, in ACC. So it makes it very difficult also to get events to take the seniors to. So now we are forced to focus on maybe the world events and everything. And sometimes government support is not really coming. But then again, we can't make that as an excuse. We need to find a way so that we make sure that they don't just play in the Olympiad, but also they can play maybe in other events, even before the Olympiad comes. And that's why now we are talking about, my team is talking about, let's attract down the corporate sponsorship. Let's bring in the corporate sponsors to work with the teams so that they are sure, if you qualify for as a national team, there are 3 events next year, you're sure you're going for all of them. So that's what my team will do to make sure that happens.
So I'm just going to push on this a bit and seek commitment from both candidates that should you win Owili, should you win Wandera, that seniors will get more opportunities because calling for international team is that your commitment?
That's my commitment.
That's your commitment? Yes. Over to you.
All right, going to the same thing about seniors. This guy is always talking about the senior. This is school instructor Lucas Kimani is asking, how are you planning for the retired players who have committed their time to fly the Kenyan flag? How will they benefit from the administration when they come into office? I think that's a good question, yeah.
Okay. For me, retired players are very important because they've given to the sport. So the sport needs to give back to them. I'm looking at what FIDE does. Every year they reward veterans. So we'll have something like that also, whereby we reward our veterans so that they're able to also get something from a sport that they've given to. The other thing is to involve them in, when you're organizing events, because they have the experience, maybe in national teams also, they have something that they can be able to give. So we'll work with them and just to make sure that they're engaged. Yes.
For me, is if we talk about system, then even the rewards we're talking about should be within a system that is verifiable. So to me, is to encourage veterans to be able to, we can have an all-inclusive event, or we even have we encourage organizers to make sure that veterans are able to, the prize fund is a bit attractive, but also make sure that if there are any opportunities that veterans are able to take part in. I know you are a veteran, but you can be a good coach, right? So,
but I am. Anyway,
so that's sometimes we forget about them because we have a new crop of coaches. So we need to give them platforms to be able to express themselves and want to be coaches. Yes.
Okay. Now the next set of questions. This is from one of the most focused parents in chess. This is Mr. Olucho Kello, also Bababela Nashipai. He sent in 7 questions. We'll choose the top 3, just to do him justice. And please write them down because we'll start with you, Willie, but there are 3 questions I'm going to ask. The first question is, does the voice of parents matter in this election? And would we change the constitution to allow them to voice their concern? That's question number 1. Perhaps you can start with that, then so that we don't lose them.
I think most of chess that we have in the country is juniors, and the biggest supporters of juniors are the parents. So it goes without saying that the voice of parents matter. Though in the process of making their voices count, it should be under systems that we like. Now we are working with the Sports Act that in terms of election, it gives us a clear way of what we need to have delegate system. So the thing is, we need to encourage parents to be part of these systems. But I can say most parents are already part of these systems. The thing we need to, like I said, we need to have proper communications to parents. I think that is the shortcoming that we've had, and sometimes we tend not to listen to them. But in terms of decision making, it's to encourage them to be part of these processes. All of us here are parents, right? But most people are parents that their kids.
I think Mr. Musyoki will disagree. Even Dennis disagrees. Even Anne disagrees. Many people.
Yeah, of course, all potential parents. I know for sure Anne is a potential parent. But that said, but that said, I think what is important is, as we work within the systems that we have, are we able to encourage parents to be part of those systems? Because even if we said, as Team Promise, we are going to...
I'll cut you because of the time situation, Mr. Wandera.
Yeah, already parents, we are listening to their voices. That's why I think half of my team, they are parents already. However, that's something we also discussed as a team. I think the system, the way it is, it does not encourage the parents to get involved, because most parents will not want to get involved in the mud and everything of the elections. So now, we will encourage the parents to form themselves into an association that is recognizable. Then we can give them a voice. They even tell them maybe they can even have 10 parents voting as part of the voting system. So I think, yes, that will do that. Definitely do that. Parents are very, very important.
I would just need to understand what he's saying. In his proposal, is it a proposal that will go within the Sports Act?
Yes. Remember, the Sports Act is being there's a new Sports Act that is coming that will recognize even a fans association. Why not a parents association?
But as it is now, it cannot.
As it is now, it cannot. But it's coming. So now we have to think
futuristically.
No, we have to think futuristically. Yeah.
All right. Quite enlightened. I think both candidates are showing their awareness of what's going on.
Yes. There is one member who is keeping on interrupting and talking loudly, and you're saying we all keep quiet.
Absolutely. And maybe who is the member who have been? Okay. All right, team members. Okay, team members. May I ask us to just maintain silence throughout, so that we do not have people talking in through and through. Okay. So I'm going to read the other questions but not to answer. I'll tell you the question I'm going to answer. He's asking, are our players underrated or overrated? Really? Then how do you know that we've improved? But the question that I want to put to the candidates, I'll start with you, Wandera. What training plans are in place to ensure our top players move from the 1900-2000 bracket to, say, 2200-2300 bracket?
Okay. Obviously, they need high caliber training coaches, and already, in a way, this is already happening with the academy. That is being run by the GM and Kayonde from Zambia. So I think we just need to make sure that this training, they are consistent. They run consistently, not just one-off. Because yesterday, one of the players told me they've not had a training for long. So just make sure that these trainings happen. But more importantly, I think our players also need to go and play out. For them to improve their ratings. Not just train. Yeah, we will make sure they get the best kind of training. But more importantly, we need to encourage them to go and play out. I remember last year we took Jadon to Zambia to play in a tournament in Zambia. And he came back. He suffered, but he came back with good experience. So we'll encourage more of those, take more of our players outside so that they're able to improve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andrew?
In the last 10 years or 8, people will say that one of the biggest improvements we've had is the performance of juniors. And I want to tell you this, some people might criticize us for this, but one of the biggest cause of this is because of the growth, the numbers that we've had. Are we able to replicate the trainings that we have, like the Elite Academy? Are we able to create centers of excellence in different counties so that even as we improve the elite nationally, then we have people within counties that of the more numbers they are, the better. The more we are going to have FMs. If you can imagine, if you only have, and I want you to be very keen, most of the kids who are getting titles are in the elite academy. Imagine if you have 10 of those around the country. We just need to find a way of sustaining them. If we do so, then we will multiply the title players very fast. Thank you.
Okay, I'll read question number 5 simply because it mentions Brian Kidula by name. So this question says, can Chess Kenya consider hiring an independent person to evaluate where we are as a country and what should we do to improve? More like what Brian Kidula did some years back and gave a detailed, comprehensive report. But that's not the question I'm posing to you. I'm just giving a shout out to Brian. Good job. You should ask the people to clap. Clap for Brian Kidula. But the question, and I think this time it is Owili's time to answer first. Should we introduce cash prizes for junior events? And what is cash prizes for junior events?
I think for me, we just need to improve on the prizes we give, not necessarily cash prizes. I feel as juniors we need to. What I will do, though this is not something we've discussed as a team, what I will do is, are we able to give them prizes that will be able to develop them as students, as opposed to be giving them money? The challenge of money is we might be able to start encouraging, let's say the coaches or something to be, there is an incentive to want to win at all costs, as opposed to when the item being won is an item that goes to the development of the child. That is what I will do. If my team feels otherwise, it's a discussion we'll keep having.
Give examples of these things that can help them develop.
I have a tournament, Victoria Under 21, that I've been privileged to, now that I'm exiting, I've been privileged to be part of. We give laptops, we give tablets, and you can also give an incentive that if somebody is at the top, you add probably a GM training on them. So the incentives are so many, it doesn't have to be monetary.
Okay, Gilbert.
Yeah, obviously, it's not encouraged to give juniors money, not just in chess, but all sports all over the world. They don't give juniors money. However, I think my team, we can look at something like even giving somebody, maybe pay 1-term school fees or 2-term school fees, something tangible, something that can directly affect them. So that's my answer to that. Yeah.
So then, as I've done through this event for the national championships, are we saying now that in addition to the team slot, then we're looking at some of these children getting better opportunities that materially impact their lives from team change, team promise?
Yes.
We are parents. Yeah, you thank us for this brand.
All right, Diana Mwamisa, reading through a long narrative, she's speaking like an arbiter. And she says last year during her constituency event in Mombasa, the arbiters where they were staying, they were attacked, and some 2 arbiters were affected and lost their allowances. And yet there was no formal communication issued about that. Yet she felt that arbiters are the backbone of any event that happens, and therefore, without them being protected, they feel also undervalued and not appreciated. Now the question she poses are this: to Team Promise, why was no action, support, or communication provided to the affected arbiters after the theft incident, and what lessons were learned and what policies now exist to prevent such neglect in future? Number 2, she asked to Team Change, what is your stance on arbiter welfare, safety, and protection? How would you handle such a situation differently if elected, and what systems would you put in place to ensure arbiters are protected and heard?
We start with Team Change.
Yeah. I don't think that's a question of Team Change or Team Promise. I think we all take responsibility for what happened. I take responsibility because it happened when we were the ones organizing the event. So I don't think that it's unfair to blame Team Promise for what happened. However, that's something we discussed a lot with Rhoda. She's here. We discussed a lot with her, and to see how we can be able to compensate those arbiters, because I think they lost about $300 between themselves. And we've discussed that. It's just that we've not found, tujaimalizia, we've not, but it's an ongoing discussion. It's unfortunate what happened, but I think also when you look at it, we feel like the matter was reported to the police. At least that's the action that was taken. And I think it is either it's being investigated or it was investigated. We don't know what happened after that, because we moved back to Nairobi. It's very unfortunate. It shouldn't happen to our arbiters. They are the backbone of our events. But I think maybe going forward, we need to make sure that they stay in. Actually, even where they are staying is a very nice place. It's safe. I think I can't just say it's unfortunate that it happened, and that's the first time I feel that something like that has ever happened. So I think we just need to be more careful, make sure that they stay in a safe place where they are not attacked, and also probably find a better way of paying them instead of paying them in cash, just to keep the money safe, Yeah, so I think that's what I would answer that, yeah.
Just to answer, I think when the incident happened, we were the police for almost 2-3 hours. So it's unfair to say that we didn't do anything. The only thing I will tell my opponent to show the court, sometimes we also need to give guidance to our young people. Even as we want you to be in good places, we offer a better place for you to be there. Don't expose yourself to such kind of things. I don't know how to put it as a young man and somebody who would want to be honest to our young people is that at times there are things we are able to avoid. It's unfortunate it happened, but I feel that if things were done better, we would probably not have had this. So that said, we learned from the experience, and we know as Chess Kenya now we'll be able to make sure that there is more security when it comes to the safety of arbiters.
I guess that question of security and safety goes beyond arbiters, goes to the entire delegation, and I hope our teams agree. I have a very good question from Mr. Steve Ombati, and the first question maybe is just to pass information. I think both of you will touch on it, but the second question is a real one, because he's asking, why do parents often have to fundraise privately for international junior events while Chess Kenya appears absent, and what support model would your team introduce to address this? I sort of feel that's a bit of an unfair question, but I'm not the one responding, the two will respond. The second question is, and this is the one that I want to highlight for the team members, beyond entry fees and occasional sponsors, what realistic funding sources would you pursue to sustainably develop chess in Kenya? Mr. Owili, go first.
So we normally, when we attend international events, we have at times over 300 kids who have qualified, at times even up to 500. It's not realistic to say that as Chess Kenya we are able to support all. Sometimes when we get support, I think the maximum I've ever seen is up to 46 or 40. That normally comes from the government. And like I said, at some point I said, we need to have, our biggest sponsor should be ourselves. We need to create reserves where we are able to make sure that we support more than we are doing. But this is not, even if we did it here, it is not possible to support everyone who is qualified. The only thing we can do is, apart from increasing the number of people we are supporting, we can create platforms, or we can talk to other stakeholders, whether it's counties, whether it is companies, to come on board to support us. And that is why it will be important to package ourselves first. Before we go to a sponsor to support a given number of kids, have you branded yourself to be attractive?
Okay, but really the question I'm asking, Steve is asking, and I think people want to know is, what specific funding measures, how will you increase funding over the next couple of years?
From what we from what we collect, I feel we can reserve a little bit more to support the juniors, because what we normally do, what we collect, when government support, we only use what government supports. We don't. I can't remember in any discussion where Chess Kenya has fully supported the entire delegation, probably 6 or 7. Are we able to make savings in order to support more kids in this national event, in international events?
For us, it's very simple. It ties into our need to increase the number of players who play chess significantly, because the funding is in the membership. That is where I feel as a team we're able to get more funding. For example, in the next 2 years, our target is 1 million chess players in the next 4 years. So it means in the next 2 years we have to do 500,000 chess players in the next 2 years. So we are thinking that once we get this number, this is where we will be able to increase our funding significantly. And then even when you have such numbers, when you go to a sponsor, you tell him I have 1 million people playing chess. It's very easy for them to, then you can even choose. If they want to give you 1 million, tell them no, I already have that 1 million. So they can give you much more. So I think it's just about being creative in that area. So I think for us that's more sustainable.
Sounds good, but you've also not responded to the first question that somebody asked. You said that
why parents
have to fundraise, and Chess Kenya is doing nothing in the international scene.
That's not true. That's not true. In fact, last year, and it even brought it nearly brought us problems, because now you find when the child has qualified, they come to Chess Kenya, give us a letter, and Johnny always gives them a letter. Then you find they have gone to. Now the problem is they take the same letter, they go to government, Ministry of Sports. Now, and the Ministry of Sports already, Chess Kenya has already sent a request to sponsor a team. So it becomes very awkward. Or sometimes they go to their member of parliament. The member of parliament will take the same letter and take it to the Ministry of Sports, and so it becomes very embarrassing to be able to do that. So I think we just need to, I think what will solve the problem is if you have more money in Chess Kenya, then you can be able to take more players to international events.
Yeah, I wanted to just agree with the second question from Mr. Mbati and disagree with the first one. I disagree because I've been in chess since 1999, and we have every time now, if your child wins any national event, they're guaranteed fully sponsored events. This is what I was hoping the members would say. They'll go for the tournament, the accommodation, transport, plus an allowance.
Yes.
And I think we've sponsored as many as 40 plus 6 players. So Chess Kenya does something, and just for those listening, that's why we say Chess Kenya is the best supported, and we thank the ministry for it. Mr. Kidula.
Ken already says some Chess Kenya approved tournaments face serious challenges such as inconsistent management and arbiter support. How would your team ensure that minimum standards are met across all approved tournaments? To add on to that, yes, would your team consider publishing a transparent tournament sanctioning checklist so that organizers and players clearly understand what approved status means?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. And obviously tournaments are the heartbeat of any federation. Yeah, obviously I'm happy in my team we have Titus here, very good organizer of international standards. So definitely, yeah, we must have some standards so that to improve the experience of the tournament, so that when you go there, you don't get disappointed. So definitely, yes, we'll come up with standards and say organizers have to meet these standards. And then if organizers don't meet certain standards, and we ban those organizers from organizing tournaments, when they organize tournaments, we also ask that people don't go for those tournaments, because that's the problem is you ban somebody, they organize, but you find people still go. So you see now, it's like you're not doing anything. Yeah.
Okay. If you've read the Chess Kenya Constitution, it talks about if the organizer does not give prizes that have been announced, then it calls for a disciplinary action. I think in my understanding of what the stakeholder was asking is, are we able to come up with measures to make sure that when this happens, then that organizer does not run away? Okay, it's fair to bring it to Mr. Wanjala. I think Mr. Wandera, that some of this discussion has been ongoing on WhatsApp, that there has been part of his members who at some point did not honor that. I think if you are setting that standard, then it has to start with your teammates. I don't know whether he's aware or is listening to it from the first time. So I think for me, being an organizer, I know why it is important to make, because the people who participate in these events sacrifice a lot to attend these events. When you change this, it means you are taking them for a ride.
Yeah, let me answer that. It's unfortunate that during the political time, people say all sorts of things. I know what you're talking about, but that's not even the story.
Okay.
That's not the story. The story is the person you're saying was not even, okay, he was involved, but somebody else was supposed to pay the prize fund. And I've even talked to that person and they've confirmed they're supposed to pay the prize fund, but they have not paid. So let's be fair also. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our last set of questions, guys. I know it's been a long evening. This is from Mr. Polycarp from the Complex Chess Club. And I'll pick two questions from him. But the first question he asked is how to guide players from the grassroots to join the national team. But I'll skip that and ask this question. How will your team support talented players who cannot afford frequent travel, coaching, or tournament participation? That's the first question. And the second question, Owili will go first. What measurable targets will the team set for improving Kenyan player performance internationally? So those are two very important questions from Mr. Polycarp from Complex Chess Club. First question is, talented players, especially Mashinani or anywhere else, who cannot afford travel, coaching, and tournaments. And the second one is measurable targets to improve Kenyan player performance internationally. Those are the last questions before we give you guys closing remarks.
I think first, one of the ways to make sure that talented players participate is to grow chess within the areas where they are. First, that will take away the burden of you having to look for funds to support them. If they're able to access events within their neighborhood, then it will make it easier. This will be done by making sure that you support organizers. Chess Kenya has been supporting regional organizers by giving them part of prize fund. Are we able to do better? Then if they are extremely good players out there, then I think as Chess Kenya we are able to support a few. We might not do so much, but if we're able to identify a few that are so good to become, to be able to represent us both nationally and internationally, then we can say we have a kitty where we support them maybe 50% or 100% of what is required. But for me, I think what is important is make sure that you build structures from down there. If you build structures at counties, then before even the National Federation comes in, the local county is able to support its own players. Yes, then the second one, measurable targets that we have. This is something that is already ongoing. I feel that the more we have rated players, the more we are able to measure our growth. The more we have rated tournaments, the more we increase the number of people who are able to participate in rated tournaments. Then we might even discuss with organizers that, because there are so many events that are going on, there some of them seem like just to make money. Are we able to give them standards and say that make sure these events are rated? Or are we able to figure out how to regulate these tournaments, make sure that even as organizers have these events, it is also beneficial as opposed to just making money? And I think finally is we are also able to organize trainings within the local place where they are, and in terms of training, we have very few certified trainers in the country. Are we able to build that base so that we improve on that?
Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah, I'll start with the second question. Yeah, I think Africa, we're already doing well. Victor, thanks to you, are number one in Zimbabwe in the Africa Youth. So I think now we need to go to the international level. You know, the World Youth, you know, and even the World Cadet. How do we ensure that our players now they're able to perform well at that particular level? I think that is, for me, that is the most important thing. And then it means we have to improve the level of training for our junior players. Sorry, but we need now to bring in better coaches for them, grandmasters and all those. And then again, we can't do this in a short time. It has to be a program. You know, we say even in 2 years, we want our players to be, you know, to win maybe five matches at the World Youth or at the World Cadet. So it has to be a program that it's not instant. It will not be instant coffee, but it's something that we need to plan and go towards that. The first question is how do we support talented players at the grassroots level? Again, these talented players mostly they need coaches to be able to improve even on their matches. So we'll make sure that we have coaches at the grassroots level who have the same level of qualification, just like the ones in Nairobi that we have here, so that they're able to support these players. And then also we are currently doing it. If somebody is not able to afford to come to, even for a national championship, we waive the fees, by the way. So that's happening already. Or some are able to pay just a fraction of what we are charging, and we're able to accept that. So already that's happening, and it will continue to happen. And then obviously once they qualify and they're in the national team, now the government takes over, and then they go for international tournaments, they get that allowance, that air ticket and accommodation. Yes.
All right, Brian, gentlemen, it's been a long one. I thought at some point we may get a question from the team, but you can see it's been a very lengthy debate, and we've covered all the questions that came in via email. I want to take this opportunity to thank you, Mr. Wandera. It's been an amazing event, and Mr. Owili. Brian, I think we'll now give the two candidates a chance for closing remarks, maybe in 1 to 2 minutes. And who went first? It was
him. No, I went first.
You went first.
Yes,
so this time, closing remarks. Or will you go first? Then now Gilbert will close.
Thank you. Friends, I think what is important to note is that the chess in Kenya is in a momentum that we need to keep making sure that it keeps going on. As a team promise, our main focus is to make sure that we focus on the quality of what has already been grown. And what we are bringing on board is not, we are not giving it a try. We have on board people who are tried and tested. We are going to come up with systems that are able to be verified. I think that is one of the challenges we've had. Systems that will make sure that all stakeholders feel like they are part of the decisions we make. The stakeholders feel that before anything goes on, they're able to take part in that discussion. At the end of the day, everyone in this room loves chess, and our prayer is that we keep growing. We cannot go back. We cannot make promises that cannot be verified. We cannot make promises that are based on just we will do it. We have to use track record. And this is what we offer as Team Promise. Moving forward, we acknowledge the growth that we've had, but we also acknowledge the challenges that we face. With the team that I have, we'll be able to make sure that we keep growing. Otherwise, I want to wish everyone well. Mr. Wandera, thank you for having this discussion. I feel that this is a first one, and this also tells you that how far we've gone. It's the only country that I feel probably has a presidential debate. There's nothing to change. We just need to keep refining what we have And he agrees, he sees.
Over to you, Gilbert.
Yeah, thank you also. You see, if anybody promises to do anything, you have to look at the quality, the caliber of his team, and the resources. We've brought together a very strong team, a team that is diverse, a team that touches every strata of society. And we strongly believe that this is the team that will deliver the next Grandmaster, for chess in Kenya. It's a team that I'm happy that I've been part of the success that we are currently experiencing in Chess Kenya. And I'm not ashamed to say that I've been at the heart of it, as a member of the executive committee. And so I feel that I know exactly why we are where we are, and I know exactly where or how we can go where we want to go. And that is why I've assembled this team. This team is the best team that one could ever have. And I'm asking delegates, give us a chance, give us an opportunity to take Chess Kenya to the next level. Because you cannot afford to regret that we wish you could have given us a chance. I believe in them. They are men of integrity, people who are successful in their different fields and backgrounds, people who are daring, people who are bold, people who can knock on any door to make sure that we are able to do what we promised, what we promised in our manifesto. I'm happy with the response that so far we are receiving from the delegates about our manifesto, and I'm happy for those who have read our manifesto. It's a bold manifesto, very bold, with very bold promises, bold declarations, but I'm asking you that you give us a chance, because I believe we will fulfill every one of the promises that we have made in that manifesto. It will not be easy. I'm not promising that it will be easy, but it can be done, because nothing good has ever been easy. So team change. Yes.
Okay. The candidates, I think, ladies and gentlemen, this is that moment when you can clap for both candidates. Indeed, Brian, we are here because there are people who have donated and given. We have sponsors. We'll mention them one by one and clap for them. Brian, you want to start with the venue sponsor?
Yeah, we want to thank Bowbox for the opportunity to give us this venue, and we really appreciate their goodwill gesture also to just make this dome of chess. So let's give them a round of applause.
That's right, and also Mama Zuri Kaloki and Mama Havi Kaloki, who donated cash to enable us to make this event a success. Please let's give a hand of applause. And Mr. Brian Kidula, who has availed this time, he looked for this venue. This has taken some weeks of planning. He's been part of it every step of the way. Please let's give a round of applause to Mr. Brian Kidula. And I'll add in a plug now. Terian Chess Africa will put in the video, we'll put a link on YouTube so that you can actually find a good coach if you're looking for a good coach. Who else can we thank?
You can also thank Dr. Victor Ngani for the good work he has put in, seeing all the emails and keep them secret so that I also don't share with you. So that's important. Not that you didn't fast, it's just a matter of being transparent and over the board. So let's give him a round of applause.
And on that note, what we've done is I did train Team Kenya in the Africa Youth Chess Championship. I'm a former national chess champion and a member of the national team, and also currently the head coach of Team Kenya. And what we're doing is you set up a training program for the juniors. It's not to replace your coaches. This is something completely different to complement. So you retain your coach, but once a week, you can join our training program. We put a link in the description, because there's some things I know things I've learned as an adult, I think if your child learned now, they'll be much better. I used to think grandmasters see everything from move one. That's not the case. There's some simple secrets of chess that we intend to pass over the next 4 to 6 weeks. So please join our training program, guys. Asanteni sana. This has been an amazing, amazing event. And finally, I want to ask us to give a round of applause to the few people who made it here physically to this event. Tafadhali, big round of applause to the audience. Thank you so much. And I just wish maybe Dennis could turn the, well, it may interfere the stream, but I'd want to maybe just people be seen as you go around. Please make your way here at some point. Let yourself be seen. But thank you for coming. It's been an amazing event. The debate is over. The elections are coming up. Delegates, please vote wisely. Let's ensure that chess in Kenya grows the next couple of years. Asanteni sana.
Vote in change.
I won't say all the best. So please feel free to just congratulate Dennis, please come over. Mr. Swande, come over, guys. Mr. Kello, guys, come over. Anybody in the audience wants to take care? But please, come and meet us on this side.
Yeah.